Hi, this is Ellie Tom Elamine, and today I'm talking about the Breatharian perception of deception. The perception of deception. Now, perception is the observation or the concept of the mental images of how you see things, how you interpret things. It's the awareness of the elements of the environment through your physical sensations. It's how you're perceiving things. When your mind decodes things, it's the top-down way our brain organizes or interprets the importance or the information and put it together in a context. And we view this context off of our expectations, our experiences, our moods, and our cultural norms. This all plays a concept on how we are functioning within this atmosphere. Now, this is our perception. Now, you got to understand that it all deals with frequency and vibration. And when you see the sensations in this realm on how you experience it, your vision on what you see dealing with color and dealing with light is only a small portion of the physical universe. 99% of the universe is what you do not see, and it exists, whether if you realize it or not. So when you're dealing with your perception on how you're viewing the world, you cannot just depend on the way your physical eyes is viewing the world and the information you're receiving on how you're supposed to function or you're limited on what the things you can do. There's a lot more on what the human being can do. Now let's get into deception. Deception is the act of propagating a belief that is not true or is not the whole truth. Some people say it's the half truth or the omission of a truth. But even if you have a half truth, make sure you got the right half that's telling the truth. And somebody once said that a half truth is always a lie. It's a propaganda, it's a sleight of hand, it's a distraction, it's a camouflage or a concealment of the truth. So humanity is under the perception. In other words, you're dependent upon the small percentage of how you're viewing the universe, and you're also under a deception. These half truths, these lies, these propagandas that's keeping you down from the truth of your full and total self. But the greatest enemy is self-deception. Self-deception is the universal enemy. See, there's something in all of us that we're connected to the source. And the truth is in you, it's in your inward parts. But we have a way of a process of denying or rationalizing away the relevance or the significance of the importance of information and the truth in order so we can play this game, this act that we're playing. And you know that the information and the truth is coming to you. Self-deception involves oneself a truth or the lack of truth so that one does not have to reveal the self-knowledge of the deception. Because I'm finding out as I teach Breatharianism, a lot of people that I'm getting into it with is people my age or older who do not want to reveal the truth because it will show a lack of their own spirituality. You've been playing around with meditation, you've been playing around with yoga, and you got somebody like myself who's coming on the scene showing you that these things do work, and they show what? Make you a self-sufficient being, and you have not done that. So I'm going up against a war of self-deception and also deception coming from people around me. It's not coming from the people of the world. But now the knowledge is on the scene, and this is ancient knowledge. But the ancient knowledge, even the reason why it's so hard to get into the human being to realize this is because of their current perception of education, their cultural norms. It plays a big part, your experiences, and again, your expectations. But to bring this other knowledge and this information out, yes, it is dealing with things that are what? Unseen forces that we live in. See, we are living in an atmosphere. And the atmos means breath or vapor. You're living in the bottom of gases that's all around and is going through us, and your body is constantly balancing out these gases. Your body knows the truth and it knows how to deal with these truths. So as you get this new information and knowledge, yes, you are not going to stop eating altogether and all of a sudden you're a breatharian. It's a process. Your body's constantly built new cells, it's built new bones, it's built new organs. Due to the damage you already done to yourself, you have to go through a healing process. Do you understand? You have to cultivate yourself day by day to bring on these new energies so you can transform and change. You are going to start, true spirituality is working with these forces that goes outside of your perception. This is why we say you're developing a sixth sense. You understand? To deal with these other forces. It's not far-fetched. Now, since you're dealing with frequency and vibration, in this day of age, if you want to grow and experience another life that you've been living before, to go from the survival, pain, and suffering mode to the mode of longevity, life, happiness, peace, it is mandatory that you must raise your frequency. The first way to do it is through diet changes. Meat is the lowest frequency or vibration that keeps your energy down. And, sorry about that. Somebody wanted to come talk to me just now and I'm doing a video. So meat is the lowest frequency. But see, somebody gave you that education through your perception. It is deception. They told you that's the only way to get your protein. And now we're finding out different that that's a lie. There's some people that are still in self-deception. This is my point. But you can live a whole life without eating meat. So eating meat is the first phase, or to leave it alone, to start raising your vibration and start eating the elements of the sun. Fruit and vegetables have more life energy from the sun. The sun is the source and the power of this atmosphere, hands down. Okay, we're going to prove it more and more as we go. Now, since you understand your perception is small, this is why the ancients said you're in an illusion. Okay? You can't believe everything you hear. You can't believe everything you say. You can challenge it with the inward truth that's inside you. And start living for the now. Start living for the moment. And the source is in you, so start connecting with the source as you start raising your vibration, because it's mandatory. Start analyzing more and stop judging and going off of your cultural norms, and start understanding the complexity of life, the different forms of life, but all life is also connected. You're dealing with frequencies of vibrations. So going back to the Breatharian perception of deception, break your perception, break the deception, break the self-deception, and you will finally get into your true nature, your true self, which is your Breatharian state, which is longevity, which shall lead you into immortality. It's not far-fetched. We constantly regenerate ourselves. And to show you another piece, when an animal gets sick, it usually stops eating and it heals. When we get sick, the same thing happens. That's the physical body telling you the truth. If you grow and work with this, it can live without food, it will get healthy, and it can live and regenerate forever. This is the truth. Have a nice day, and bye, and talk to you soon.